Good morning, friends. Today's video is about, it's not really about cycling, actually, I guess. Some people might know that I've been trying to do a consistency challenge for cycling, where I cycle every day up until my honeymoon. And yesterday I fell off the wagon. I had a few dizzy spells and things through the day. And I wasn't feeling very good. Like mentally, I wasn't in the right space, and I don't know, I had no motivation to go. Every time I tried to just G myself up to get on the bike, I wasn't really, in the right place for it. I couldn't get myself on the bike. And it's a little, I'm bummed out by this, to be honest, because I was on my way to 20 days. I think yesterday would have been day 18 or day 19, so it would have been really great to get to day 20. But yeah, I'm a bit frustrated. I've been trying to reflect on why, what happened, and why maybe this happened. And I think a couple of things, really. I think number one is that actually I haven't really been looking after my sleep for the past week or so, mainly. No, that's a lie. Probably the past couple of weeks. And so when I can tell when I don't look after my sleep, then I don't get up in the mornings. And when I don't get up in the mornings, then it's very difficult to fit cycling into my schedule in the evening. And of course, in the evening, you've got less energy anyway, depending on what happens with work and throughout the day. And so I think that's something I'm a little disappointed in myself for, because I kind of could feel it slipping. I could feel myself slipping and hanging out on my phone around bedtime a little more, and staying awake till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And you know how it's going to end. I think that's one of the causes. And secondly, trying to shoot every day is a bit of a challenge. It's interesting because I'm caught in this place where I want to make something that I enjoy making, right? I enjoy making a video, sharing my journey and story and everything else. But of course, something that is entertaining and people will find useful as well. Not just entertaining, but also useful. And it can be quite tricky in Singapore because we're not a very big country. So when I go out and ride, trying to find different routes and different places can be quite difficult, because otherwise all of the videos would be West Coast Highway, TMCR, Bukit Timah Road, Mandai, Kranji. That's pretty much it. So I think those things coming together, the stress of trying to figure out something new, together with not sleeping and looking after myself in that way, yesterday was the culmination of all of those things. So I'm gonna have a bit of a rethink on what I do, and how I approach this as well, because I was enjoying doing the daily videos, but evidently it started to cause more stress than it should have. Right? I want my videos to be authentic. I want it to be me enjoying myself. I want to be taking you along for the ride and not just doing stuff for the content, right? And just thinking, oh, what about the content? What about? It's a bit of a challenge, and I think really I need to think about, if I want to put things out there. Let's say if I want to put something out into the world, what I'm putting out into the world and why. And when I just off the top of my head right now, as I mentioned, I want to share my journey in getting fitter and progressing in cycling, but at the same time, I don't want to be like a hype creator, right? I don't want the loud whiz bangs, Like, it's nice every now and then. Like, if the vibe is that, if you go on a ride and there is a like vibe like that and you feel that, sure, that makes sense. But I also am a bit more relaxed as a person than that, and I don't want to create stuff just for the sake of creating stuff, just putting out, volume and volume and volume. I feel it's not, what's the point? I don't see the point in that. So anyway, I've always found it really weird when people record these videos when they're like going through something and like trying to think things through. So I think actually the reason I'm recording this video is I'd love to hear what people think about any tips or tricks they have for staying on track with like the discipline around cycling, I guess, particularly people with like an ADHD. What's the right word? Particularly people with ADHD. And I think also as well, selfishly, I'm recording this video because talking out loud about all of this kind of helps me think through what I'm saying as well. You'll notice a lot in my videos, I jump around, but it's because that's how my brain works. Like, as I'm talking this out now to the camera, my brain is, I don't know, I'm better at processing it when I say it out loud somehow. I've always been the same way. So yeah, anyway, I'll chop this down. Yeah, be great to hear if anyone's got any comments or any tips on how they stay disciplined, and also what do you think matters? What would help people? And again, if it's authentic, then ultimately it comes back to what I want to create, of course. So anyway, with that, it is Friday. The weekend's almost here. So have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.